And we are live. Sorry, I've gone live earlier than scheduled, but I've got everything set up and I was bored, so here we are. I'm going to go through a few things today. I'm going to go through Swissborg. There's the new smart yield for CHSB. I'm going to have a look at that. Also going to look at Gamestop, what's been happening with that. I'm also going to look at something as well, which is the 10,000 to 1 million pound challenge. So what I've done is I've got £1,000 in 10 cryptocurrencies, and the idea is to grow it to 1 million. So see how I've got on. It's a week since I've done it. And then I'm going to look at CoinGecko as well. They've released a yearly market report for 2020. So it just goes through some interesting kind of points about what's going on in crypto, what has gone on in 2020 compared to 2019, which is, good reading. So today, 28th of January 2021, Swissborg, say hello to CHSB Smart Yield. Keeping our promise, keeping our promise, we're making yield on our token accessible to an entire community of Swissborg app users. So it's gone live today. Now, if you watch my other video on Swissborg, it was how does the smart yield work? And that was for the USDC. Now, this one is actually for their own token. So their own token is CHSB, which is pumping at the moment, if you want to look it up. So what does it all mean? So as of today, you can earn a yield on CHSB, which is the heart of the Swissborg ecosystem. If you own already 50,000 CHSB, you can get 7% yield on your token, as well as obviously making money on the token going up in value. Also, before I go through anything in depth today, not financial advice, anything I speak about is purely my own opinion, and I'm not regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. Anyway, let's crack on. So, calculated based on the Swissborg Community Index, I'm going to show you what that is in a minute. The CHSB Smart Yield wallet rewards all CHSB token holders who put their CHSB in the Smart Yield wallet in the app. For those who are already premium users, a yield offers them a reward for any tokens they hold beyond the 50,000 they have staked. Meanwhile, those who have smaller balances will earn a yield that can help them go premium at a faster rate. So it's 7% if you own the 50,000 CHSB, but if you have less, I think it's 3%, which is still more than you'll get in a bank. And there's no minimum. I think it's $10. So it says, in short, the yielding program makes you earning a yield on your crypto accessible to all. And this added benefit of holding or hodling CHSB is just one more factor contributing to it becoming one of the most valuable multi-utility tokens. So let's have a look what the community index is. So introducing Swissborg's community index. So one of the original goals of blockchain and cryptocurrencies was to democratize wealth. However, it has been over 10 years since the Bitcoin white paper was released, and we still live in a world where the rich are getting richer, and many of the new opportunities available in blockchain and crypto are only accessible to those who are already wealthy. So Swissborg's latest initiative is returning to the core values of the blockchain. We're developing a sustainable yielding program for the CHSB token that will be calculated based on our new scoring system, the community index. So it's inspired by the proof of stake model. The proof of stake model is one of the trendiest topics in crypto, with many new products using it as a consensus mechanism. And even Ethereum transitioned into the model with our recent Ethereum 2 upgrade. So proof of stake rewards a community for helping an ecosystem to function and scale by validating transactions, as well as for their commitment to the ecosystem by choosing to hold a token for a set period. Similarly, our community index reflects how well the Swissborg ecosystem is performing and rewards members of the community who are committed to supporting it. So the main incentive to hold CHSB tokens is to access the benefits of a premium account. So you have to hold 50,000 for that. Those who have a CHSB balance beyond the amount required. Oh, sorry. yeah, so the idea is that if you use this yielding account, you can reach the premium account at a faster rate. So you'll obviously acquire more CHSB as you hold it in the yield account. So this is how it's kind of, what you get on yield is based on the community score. So it's S volume, the Swissborg app volume score, the CHSB token score, the Swissborg app activity score, the community app score, the DAO engagement score, and the social media engagement score, and that's how they work it out. There's quite a lot about this, and there it gives you what it would be percentage-wise, what they would pay out for you. So obviously, the more of CHSB that is held, the more that they would pay out, basically. So currently, you'll get the 7% for CHSB. Then I think it's gone up for the USDC. I think it's actually gone up to 28%. Let me have a look. Swissborg, smart yield. Let's have a look what you get. Last time I checked, there you go. It's gone up 26.82. It currently is. I think last time I did the video, which wasn't that long ago actually, about 2 weeks ago, it was only 19%. So it's gone up already. So it is definitely a worthwhile thing. If you're not signed up to Swissborg yet, I've got a link in the description. Sign up, you get free Bitcoin with it, and then it can set you on the way to earning more Swissborg. Second thing I wanted to talk about was Gamestop. A lot of people probably know about this. If not, if you don't, basically, in the US, Gamestop is a loss-making video game retailer. So kind of like you've got Game in the UK, you used to have Game Station. CEX is another one, well, that does other stuff. So shares are up 16% in New York, adding to massive gains, and this has been started by a Reddit, actual discussion. So the shares have risen more than 700% in the last week, and regulators are monitoring trading amid fears of illegal market manipulation. Basically, it's rich people getting annoyed at the little man for investing in something and going against what hedge funds are doing. So a lot of hedge funds are shorting this particular stock, and ordinary people who aren't rich are fighting against it, and they're buying the stock, making it shoot up. So the key to what's going on is short selling or shorting, where a big investment company such as a hedge fund tries to make money by betting that a company's share price will fall. The hedge fund borrows shares in a company from other investors for a fee and sells the shares on the market, for example, $10 each, waits until they fall to, for example, $5 and then buys them back. The borrowed shares are then returned to the original owner and the hedge fund makes a profit, which obviously hasn't been happening because it's gone up by 700%. So in the last week, amateur investors who follow the Wall Street Bets forum on Reddit have poured money into buying the company's stock with the aim of pushing up the price. If the price shares rises dramatically, short sellers face big losses and they need to buy back the shares which you borrow quickly to prevent bigger losses. I think it was 13 billion that the hedge fund has actually lost. And they don't like it. So it says here, the regulators are watching. So it's even got to Joe Biden's economic team, including newly appointed Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, was monitoring the situation. NASDAQ's chief exec says exchanges and regulators should watch whether anonymous social media posts could be driving the pump and dump schemes. There is a lot of actual platforms that have stopped trading for this particular stock, so they've actually cut it off, which is basically it's market manipulation, because they're stopping you actually buying this stock because they don't want the big men to lose the money, basically. Quite an interesting thing. Would I recommend getting into it? Maybe as a laugh, but don't put any serious money into it because it will go down eventually and it will probably dump. I've read on Reddit there's quite a few that they're doing now. There's AMC they're looking at, Nokia. It'll probably happen to a few companies, but I wouldn't get caught up in it, as you could get burnt seriously bad. It reminds me of the bull run in 2017 where you would invest as things are going up quite fast and then you'd lose your money as it peters out. So anyway, that's GameStop. The next thing I wanted to look at was this here. So this is the 10,000 to £1 million challenge. So the idea is £1,000 in 10 cryptocurrencies or tokens, and the idea is growing it to 1 million. So I did this a week ago. I picked 10 cryptos. And these are the ones I picked. So I put 1,000 in each. So we've got Swissborg, Celsius, Kusama, Ethereum, Oasis Network, Polkadot, Cardano, Bitcoin, Zilliqua, and Monero. So you can see on here, you can see in a week, the profit is £1,420, 1 week, which is pretty good. And you can see where the biggest wins and the biggest losses are. So Swissborg has gone up 108%. It has made £1,088 profit. So that's double to 2,000. Followed by Celsius, which has got £151, 15% profit. Followed by Kusama, Ethereum. The right ones have actually lost money. So Monero's at the bottom. That's lost £47. That's down 4.73% in a week. Zilliqua, which is down 3.32% in a week. Bitcoin, which is down 1.7%, not much really, £17. And then £11 down in Cardano. But 6 out of the 10 have made a profit. So the idea is to grow that and to get it up to 1 million. So week one, £1,420. Let's see how high we can get it. So this is on CoinGecko. If we go on the home, let's see how the markets are doing. On the hour chart, there's a lot of red. There's not many things that are up here. I think the main thing that's going to be up in the top 50 or top 100, there you go, Swissborg up 43% in 24 hours, up 7% in an hour, Swissborg up 95% in a week. It's the only thing kind of rising at the moment, but as you can see by the portfolio I put together here, 1,400 profit in a week, which isn't too bad. So speaking of CoinGecko, the other thing I wanted to look at was they have got a report out. So let's see if I can just get it up. So it's the 2020 report for CoinGecko. If I can get it. Right, here we are. Right, let's get it across. So this popped up on the website. This was, I think, a couple of days ago, I found this. I'm just going to go through the key points. Quite interesting. Right, let's have a look. So, 2020 spot market overview. Market capitalization ended the year with an all-time high of 732 billion. So you can see there, total market cap going up, trend line going up, volume traded going up, and The top 30 coins market cap growth in 2020 was plus 308%. It says here 2020 has been a great run for the cryptocurrency markets as market capitalization of the top 30 coins grew 308%, so plus 552 billion, outperforming 2019's growth of 62%, which was 68 billion. So it's gone up quite a lot since 2019. For spot trading volume, 2020 saw slower growth compared to 2019. The endorsements by renowned investors Paul Tudor Jones, Stanley Druckenmiller, and the participation of large public listed companies MicroStrategy and Square in purchasing Bitcoin boosted crypto market confidence and pushed market capitalization to its all-time high of 732 billion in 2020, which is really good. 2020 top 5 crypto returns. So it says here for 2020, Ethereum is the best performer among the top 5 cryptocurrencies. You can see there, so it's got Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Polkadot, and Litecoin. Ethereum had a stellar year with 472% gain, outperforming the other top 5 cryptocurrencies in 2020. This was followed by Bitcoin, which rose 303%, breaking past its all-time high in December 2020. Polkadot, a newcomer that launched in August 2020, quickly became a member of the top 5 cryptocurrencies with 219% growth. So you can see all this here. Price returns in 2020 versus 2019. Not much for XRP though, which I would say avoid. So Ethereum outperformed Bitcoin in terms of dominance throughout 2020. So despite Bitcoin's rally towards the end of 2020, its dominance grew marginally by 0.9%. Ethereum was the true star of 2020 as its market dominance climbed to the highest by 3.6% to 11.5%. XRP was the biggest loser with 3.3% decline to 1.4%. This was due to the SEC's charge against Ripple for conducting an unregistered securities offering. This has resulted in various exchanges delisting XRP, which I've mentioned, such as Coinbase and Bitstamp. So, stable coins. The top 5 stable coins recorded a 439% increase to $27 billion worth in circulation. So as you see there, USDT, USDC, DIA, BUSD, and PAX. Stablecoins saw strong growth in 2020. Tether was still the most dominant stablecoin with over 76% market share. DIA had the highest growth, where with 2,698% increase due to the DeFi boom in 2020. Stablecoins growth in 2020 surpassed previous year's growth due to strong demand from traders in adopting stablecoins for trading and cross-border trade settlement. A lot of people as well with stablecoins are staking them just to get the gains back, such as Swissborg, which I spoke about before. You can also do it on Celsius, which I spoke about, and various other platforms. What you'll find a lot more is probably when we're back in a bear market is more people staking stable coins to get a return whilst the market is kind of not going anywhere. It'll take a bit to get back to that though, I would have thought. Maybe 6 to 12 months before we're back in a bear market, in my opinion. So here, there's never a dull market in the crypto markets. So obviously, 2020, March, COVID-19, the crypto price fell sharply alongside the world market. Bitcoin actually got down to 3,600. So that's quite a lot. 11th of May, Bitcoin halving. Mentioned before, Polkadot launched in August. November, BTC breached previous all-time high of 19,665. Then that big event were 2 big events actually in December. Ethereum 2.0, Phase 0 launched, and then the back end of the year, December, XRP was sued by the SEC. So 2020 had been eventful as it started the year with a pandemic that caused crypto prices to plummet during March's liquidity crunch. On the 12th of March 2020, Bitcoin fell almost 50% in intraday to what is known as Black Thursday. Bitcoin had its third halving in May, and the halving grant galvanized Bitcoin's price to recover throughout the end of the year. So Bitcoin breached its all-time high, and then obviously it mentioned the SEC's action against Ripple, which is still unresolved as of today. So Bitcoin analysis. So plus 303% growth in 2020. So toppled its 2017 all-time high and continued to record new all-time high almost every day towards the end of the year. Closed the year at 29,000, despite being, you can see there's the dip. We briefly touched 3,600. So it's saying here, is it going to mimic the trajectory of 2016-17? So it's showing there what happened basically with 2016-17 had an explosive growth and peaked at 4,500% return. While in 2021, it's risen more than double in the first year against the last cycle, which was 303% versus 130. So again, it's on the upward trajectory, and there are three potential drivers: accessibility, stimulus and inflation, and institutional adoption. So I think more large public listed companies are investing in Bitcoin now. So you've got MicroStrategy, Square, you've also got Grayscale, which I've mentioned before in other streams. And it's just showing here the return. I mean, you don't get much with gold here. NASDAQ, US dollar index, crude oil, you're not getting much. So BTC had triple-digit returns and outperformed all major asset classes by a large margin in 2020, compared to anything else that you could buy. There you go, as a store of wealth and portfolio hedge. So Bitcoin and gold exhibited a positive correlation throughout 2020, indicating their status as a safe haven asset during the 2020 stimulus market. So you can see there, Bitcoin and gold held a value the most compared to others such as crude oil, the NASDAQ, S&P 500. So market capitalization. So you can see the Bitcoin market cap ratio to the asset class. Now, if we look at DeFi analysis or decentralized finance, so 2020 DeFi overview. So DeFi ended the year with market capitalization all-time high of 20.4 billion. This is taken off in 2020. So in 2020, the crypto space witnessed the meteoric rise of the DeFi sector, particularly during the summer, as the dominance rose from 0.9% to 4.6%. So the market cap multiplied 12 times to 19.6 billion during the peak of the summer. So it stood at an all-time high of 20.4 billion, 4 times higher than its previous peak at the end of 2020. So these are various DeFi tokens. So you've got Chainlink, Uniswap, Synthetics, Compound, SushiSwap. So the average DeFi price returns 718%, which is quite high. 6 out of the top 10 DeFi tokens are new entrants, which is good. What I wanted to get to as well. This is quite interesting to look at. So this timeline shows some of the largest DeFi hacks in 2020, with losses totaling $121 million. So the largest DeFi hack happened on Harvest Finance, which saw a $34 million loss. BZX, meanwhile, has suffered 3 hacks in 2020 alone, with losses totaling $9 million. I don't know what Cheese Bank is, or Pickle Finance. Stay away from ones with stupid names. So fixed interest rate protocols, FIRPs. So with the growing popularity of yield farming and an increased volume of DeFi lending borrowing, there's been a growing demand for stable and reliable interest rates. So in Q4 2020, the gap in the market led to a boom in a new class of protocols known as fixed interest rate protocols. What I would say is, if you're looking at getting into anything like this with yield farming or getting interest rates, just stick to a platform for now. So Celsius, Swissborg, stick to them before getting into anything more technical, I'd say. So again, this is on about the stable coins. Innovation has led to a growing variety of stable coins. So you got Tether, USDT, USDC, regulated ones, unregulated. There's a lot of different ways that they do it. If I was anyone on this, I would just stick to USDC rather than the others. Exchanges. So for 2020, the trading volumes across the top 9 centralized and decentralized exchanges grew by 403 billion to 534 billion. The growth has been maintained by CEXs, who are accounting for 93% of the year's increase. Decentralized ones recorded an exponential 17,989% growth, reaching $29 billion in trading volume in December, which is a lot. So you've obviously got your centralized exchanges, which is Binance, Coinbase, Kraken. Then you've got like your decentralized ones. The biggest one is probably Uniswap. Kyber Network is another one. So out of the exchanges, you can see that Binance is the main one. So it maintained its market leadership. Centralized exchanges almost quadrupled in trading volume since January, growing by 374 billion to reach an all-time high of 505 billion by the end of 2020. Binance contributed the lion's share of its growth with a $189 billion increase in trading volume, followed by Huobi with 61 billion and Coinbase. So there you go. But Coinbase was a clear winner in 2020, solidifying its lead by a staggering 16% to 45%. So out of the ones though that I would recommend, probably Binance. Coinbase, people don't like it, but it's good for beginners. Kraken is a good one. Maybe Gemini. So decentralized. If you're using this centralized one, probably Uniswap I'd stick to. So 2020 saw decentralized trading volume grow exponentially by 180 times from $168 million to $29 billion. Uniswap maintained its lead throughout 2020 as the largest contributor to trading volume with $16 billion. It's 55% dominance in December. There are more in the market now, but I'd stick to Uniswap. So Bitcoin's positive correlation to its open interest suggests a bullish sentiment in 2020. Everything going up, which is what you want to see. So that's the highlights. So you can see everything has grown exponentially in the crypto space in 2020, which is good. 2021 has started really bullish. So if you want to look at my other videos, I discuss which exchanges to get into, what to do with your portfolio, what altcoins to look at, what tokens to avoid, XRP being one of them. I have got a course at the moment. It's $1, making money in cryptocurrencies for beginners. It's a short 30-minute course to get you started. It talks about what the basic tokens are, what altcoins to look at, how you should structure your portfolio, and how to do your research, websites that you should use. The biggest thing, as I always say, in cryptocurrency is doing your own research. Rather than listening to strangers on the internet, do your own research and understand how a token or cryptocurrency that you're investing in works. And the biggest thing is holding it as well. Don't try and buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. Just try and accumulate the cryptocurrency and hold it for a good length of time, and you will make money. Also, if you want to subscribe to my channel, if you've not done it already, please do like the video. And also, I've got a Patreon where I put on daily Ethereum updates. If you want to know what the true price of Ethereum should be based on an algorithm I have put together, tested over an extended period of time, have a look at my Patreon. Links in the description. Have a look. I upload 2 videos a week anyway. If you want to join Swissborg, Celsius, Coinbase, I've got links in the description again. As I said, I upload 2 videos every week, some live, some not, but have a look back, and I'll keep uploading more content. There's lots more to come that I've got in the works. Man, thank you for watching. I will speak to you guys very soon.